Hello YouTubers, welcome to episode number, and today is the time I get to go on this stealth shark boat. Just going to try it out, do a lovely sort of row in the morning. Hopefully the water's not too bad, seems like the wind is down, but let's get to the club, let's get in the boat. And we're here on the boat now. It's a bit wet, it's raining outside, but we're going on the stealth shark. But since it's raining, the water should be reasonably flat and not too many boats on the water. Alright, let's get to it. And that's us finished the session. A lovely 12k on the water. Much flat water. Mucho flat. The rain stayed off most of the time. A little bit of a shower a couple times, but it was good to prevent a lot of people from being on the water. Where's the car? Over there. So the water was flat, and then in the new boat as well, which was actually much different. Again, mucho's different to the Fillipi, for John's Fillipi. I think John's Fillipi was rigged for someone who could actually scull, and so it made it quite difficult for me to get the blades off the water because it was rigged so high. So for me to have the blades off the water, I have to push down quite far, and I'm not confident enough to be that far. And then so jumping into the Hudson, which is rigged a bit lower for me, we set it up a little bit, and so it was quite easy to. I think I had more than 5 strokes off the water in this session, which is a new record for me, so that's excellent. And then hopefully we can keep improving in that regard. Your thoughts on getting 5 strokes off the water?
Great success!
Ah yes, so that was really good, and it feels definitely a lot different to the Fillipi. I think it's mostly down to me just being a bit of a sculling noob. Maybe it was actually Obi and I's session yesterday in double that helped me out just with a little bit more confidence. I think that's probably a big part of it, getting those strokes together. But now, after the session, it's time to fuel up, because remember, food is fuel, and time to go to the house. And we've finished fueling up for the next session. We had a lovely breakfast, beans, breaded toast, and avocado, and eggs. Absolutely delicious as always, and now to head down to the club again. We've got some UT1s to do on the rowing machine. Alright. Let's get to it. And that is the UT1s on the erg finished. So UT1's just a bit harder than UT2 really. So I did 45 something and 42 something for 4Ks in the middle of the 12K. Almost blew my doors off, but it's good to just feel that split for a long period of time, make the legs burn, almost like they do on the watt bike actually. And that'll be it for that workout, and then we go and get some food, because remember, food is fuel. Oh yeah! Alright, let's get some food. And we're back at the house, and that is today's lunch, because remember, food is fuel, and this is one of the dishes from the My Cook box that I cooked the other day. So basically, for me, the 4-person meal is about 2 meals, especially this one. This one was a good 2 meals. Excellent, and it's absolutely delicious. I would probably not have made wheat bulgur and beef ragu if I was shopping myself, and that My Cook box was fantastic. So check them out if you want to see, and use my code FIF40 if you think you want to purchase some delicious dishes. And since I'm doing the 3x2Ks every weekend and different things, I'm going to discuss after lunch. Somebody asked a question, gaming and stuff asked a question, during a 2K erg, is it better to take long hard strokes around rate 28 to 30 or take fast strokes at 35 plus? And there was a number of replies just saying different things, like long hard strokes at 35, I prefer 26, I prefer 33, I say 20, I say 30. And I will give my opinion after fueling up. Alright, let's get to it. Okay, let's talk about rating for a 2K. So I got the question and a lot of people were saying, okay, yeah, just go for 35 plus. Okay, I do 28, so do 28. Let's use a couple of different examples. Okay, so you've got the likes of like Eric Murray doing his 2K. He was pretty high 30s. I do a 2K, my last PB, I think it was about 35. Adam, he'll rate around sort of 35 as well, maybe give or take a couple. And that is probably more on the outlier side of a scale. Sort of the bigger guys on the team as well usually rate a bit lower, so maybe, but still above 30. But just because we all rate above 30 doesn't mean you should rate above 30, above like 32, 33, above 30, or above 35. Rating for a 2K like completely depends on you yourself. So I'm not going to be able to right now rate 35 because like I've done the 3x2Ks and they've been at so far 22, 24, 26. And so really I could probably manage a 30 without that feeling of, okay, I'm losing rate here and the split's just not going anywhere. You want to be prepared for the rate that you're going to do your 2K before the 2K. And so that requires training at that rate. So if you're trying to rate a 2K at a 28 and you're training at a 28, you're going to be ready for that 2K at a 28. If you're training at a 28, you can't really just automatically just bounce to a 35 and then just hope that you're somehow going to manage to pull through. And really it depends how you yourself do 2Ks, because some people do 2Ks, flat pace them, some people negative split, some people positive split as well. And it can really that can also really make a difference on your rate for your 2K. So for me, I like to negative split, so I might start a couple of beats, a couple of pips lower than what I would finish at. So maybe I would start low 30s, maybe 32, and then finish, especially the last sort of 200, I'm in the 40s, mid 40s. But it can really depend on you. If you're flat pacing, usually you hold one rate for the whole piece. So that can make an impact on your overall rate as well for your 2K. But it's nice and simple for what you should rate for your 2K. Your rate for your 2K should be what you are prepared for. There's no point in going, okay, this athlete, you say, oh, Cam does a 35, therefore I'm going to do a 35. No, it's just like anything I've been talking about weights training, about UT2 ergs, about anything really. It all depends on where you are in particular. Just because I might be fit enough to do this thing doesn't mean you are, or just because you're fit enough to do something doesn't mean I'll be able to. Just like if we look at Obi, I might be able to do I'll be able to do 12K after 12K for like training, but I look at Obi and he's not quite able to do that. But then you go and do some bodybuilding stuff, some CrossFit stuff. We're probably as fit as each other, but just in different ways. So he might do some bodybuilding, some CrossFit related workouts, and I'm going to struggle, but he's going to think that is really easy. So stuff like that really makes a difference. It's just what you're prepared for. So don't let anyone say, well, I do a 28, so you should do a 28, or I do 35, so you should do a 35. You do you, and then that will get you the best results for where you are. And then once you figure out where you are, then you can work on something new, something different, and then push forward. But now I've had my lunch, got about an hour to the next session, probably have a little nap actually, maybe a little 13-minute or so snooze, just one of those quick ones, and then I'm going to do weights, lower body weights, because remember, every day is lower body day. So I'm going to try on those 5s again, trying to see if I can bump up the weights every week and see what happens. But the 5s really push the weight high. Hopefully I don't fail. But I think that'll be it for the rest of the episode for today. Hopefully you enjoyed a little bit of a chat on rates for a 2K. Let me know in the comments below what rate you use. And remember, subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that like button and have a good one.